All vitality sources have some effect on our condition. Petroleum derivatives, coal, oil, and gaseous petrol, do significantly more mischief than sustainable power sources by most measures, including air and water contamination, harm to general well-being, untamed life and living space misfortune, water use, land use, and an unnatural weather change discharges. Be that as it may, inexhaustible sources, for example, wind, sun-based, geothermal, biomass, and hydropower additionally have natural effects, some of which are huge. The benefits of sustainable power source over petroleum derivatives. More prominent access. Nearly 600 million individuals in Africa live without access to power. Practical vitality, for example, sun-powered vitality gives a chance to decentralize vitality creation and rush more noteworthy access, by taking it off network. Endowments towards on-matrix sources favor the affluent and put the rustic poor off guard, who regularly utilize a more prominent level of their salaries on vitality get to. Lower boundaries to passage. The International Energy Agency has suggested 53% of vitality venture ought to be on smaller than usual matrices and 17% on family unit level creation. Both require less appropriations than utility-scale framework power. Besides, section-level sunlight-based items, for example, sun-based lights go about as entryways to mid-range items, for example sun-based home frameworks and bigger sunlight-based rooftops. Environmental change. Fossil powers produce carbon dioxide emanations which makes environmental change, however sustainable power source is carbon nonpartisan. Dark carbon, which is radiated when lamp oil is singed in little lights across Africa, is known to be an amazing safeguard of daylight, and furthermore adds to a dangerous atmospheric activation. 1 kilogram of dark carbon creates as much climatic warming in a month as 700 kilograms of carbon dioxide does more than 100 years. It is evaluated that 7 to 9% of lamp fuel light emanations are dark carbon, contrasted with around 0.001% in a diesel motor. Sunlight-based lights offer zero discharges, making them an atmosphere-well-disposed other option. Contamination and well-being. The smoke and particulates discharged by copying petroleum derivatives, particularly lamp oil, alongside a higher danger of flames, make them a general well-being risk. Well-being and financial focal points. Air and water contamination coming about because of petroleum derivative use is related with malignant growths and coronary failures, just as mind and lung harm. Conversely, sustainable power source use has brought about lower unexpected losses and less lost efficiency identified with sickness. It's likewise diminished social insurance costs. Non-renewable energy source use has been assessed to cost the U.S. economy somewhere in the range of $361.70 and $886.5 billion in light of its impacts on well-being. Employment creation. Compared to petroleum products, sustainable power source creation makes more occupations as creation requires more labor. 11. A recent report by the Union of Concerned Scientists found that having 25% of all-out power yield delivered by sustainable power source would make threefold the number of occupations as a comparable measure of yield from petroleum products.